By the way, it looks like you just went to a Walmart and purposely tripped in front of a camera. as you say, I have mixed feelings about the fraud. And he's like, I have a lawsuit going on with Walmart right now. Don't worry about the next price.
He's wearing like a Costco fear everyone. So. Welcome back to a very special episode of The Careful Boys where we are doing JK Justice. All right.
Oh, no. We haven't done this in a while.
We got to do JK Justice. And this is a very, very generic question. It's very out there. You can take any perspective you want, but it is very topical. And it's just about how we would approach this. Okay. How should the Careful Boys deal with the fraud that's going on in America right now?
We got to do it to them. That's JK Justice.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, we go to Somalia and we just run a bunch of daycares.
There's no kids there.
Yo,
I got mixed feelers on the fraud stuff.
Oh, really?
You're jealous that you weren't.
By the way, it looks like you just went to a Walmart and purposely tripped in front of a camera. As you say, I have mixed feelings about the fraud. And he's like, I have a lawsuit going on with Walmart right now. Don't worry about the next price.
He's wearing like a Costco fear everyone. So.
Because everybody does fraud. You got the Armenians with the car insurance. Then you got you got the Asians with like the supermarket or like the restaurants mysteriously burning down. You know.
Okay.
Insurance fraud. But I think what angers people is specifically the Somalia ones. They're not like screwing over private companies. They're screwing over the government funds.
Public funds,
which come from tax. So I think people are less angry, like, oh, those Chinese guys are just burning down their supermarket one more time. They're just screwing over the insurance.
That's
insurance.
Industry's huge.
Yeah, or the Armenians, doing the fake car crashes and the fake chiropractors.
Or doing check fraud against banks,
Yeah.
Or like screwing the banks.
Pros of check fraud.
But when you're screwing the taxpayers, that's what people get pissed about.
Well, people also just go like, why do I even pay my taxes if these guys get away with it?
That's what I'm always thinking is like when people are like, we need to tax the billionaires. I'm like, that's true, but why do you trust the government to spend
ever?
Because the older you get, you start to realize like how much fraud there is through tax.
And yeah, that's true.
So many kickbacks, so many and it's like construction fraud's a age-old style of taxpayer.
You got a little bit of that.
Dude. Construction fraud is crazy.
Or the speed train that never got built from here to San Francisco.
Bullet train.
I don't know why every single time there's like a train project, there's hella fraud tied to it. Like there's a California one, the Hawaii one. There's like so many.
A lot of public work stuff too, just any in general.
Because usually it's the construction contracts. It's not necessarily like fraud where they're like, stealing the money in that way, but they pay off their friends and then their friends like give them kickbacks and then they donate to their campaigns or whatever. And then they charge like insane amounts of money, like crazy money.
Even where we live, they did this bullshit thing where they took all the fake grass they took all the grass that we had, like beautiful grass everywhere, ripped it all out and replaced it with like AstroTurf and rocks and stuff. But that was a no bid contract that they did to a buddy. So the buddy got like millions of dollars to do this. Yeah. And people in the community were like
HOA money and stuff.
Yeah. And people in the community were like, what the hell? I have a landscaping company. I could have done this for way less. Why didn't you guys bid it out? But they already had a sweetheart deal.
Yeah. I agree. There's a lot of fraud for every freaking place. But I think one thing that we forget is going to affect us is that we just don't know a lot of Somalians. And I say that because I'm totally aware of how much shit Armenian people do, but I fucking like Armenian people. And I think they did a good job with fucking Glendale. So I feel more like forgiving for whatever the fuck rackets they're doing because I'm like, I like these people. Like, they're cool.
Balance. Like when you actually know Armenians, not everyone's doing fraud.
Yeah.
But then like maybe they know an uncle that does.
For sure.
But that's also the actual argument right now because now people are comparing like the actual contribution to society that when people come in. So if you're going to come in and then you're building restaurants and like different businesses that actually like that's what the community is, right? Then that's different than if you come in and you're not necessarily contributing to your society, but you're pulling a bunch of like the crazy amounts of funds for it.
But every culture has their racket, like the Chinese tax fraud, right? Or like they evade tax. Like, I think but like,
no, they don't.
No, but they're members of society. Like,
Don't check my
there's
books. Don't audit me.
Lady who went viral because she like posted this TikTok talking about like, don't lump all of us immigrants into the same, circle, because like when like a lot of the Southeastern Asians or like the Philippines or like the Vietnamese people came in the late 70s, they came in and didn't get these crazy handouts, and they just worked their ass off in order to build something. Where now you got like large diasporas, you've got like businesses, companies, communities, regions, and stuff. Whereas now, like, people are claiming asylum or are refugees or whatever, and then they get these like giant government handouts.
They have the Ritz-Carlton with a fucking straight up debit card that they can use.
Just to be mega clear, the frustration that I have with it is not the Somalians; it's the fucking complicit local government that is 100% down with it.
No. When I'm reading the news, it says Somalians. That's whose fault it is.
They're blaming them.
They're the fall guys that it's like they took them and they knew they're
working together.
It's like they knew this community was going to do that, and they're like, let's get more of them because they just keep doing it, and then whoever is looking the other way is getting such a sick payout, and they're not going to take any of the blame.
Because what I don't get is like, if they are so like, oh, we didn't know and we're righteous, why did Tim Walz immediately resign?
Yeah,
dude, he's the worst.
Well, because he knows he's absolutely fucked on this one. Because it's so much money in fraud.
But I watched this doc about how the Somali community vote as a block, right? They're all organized. They go like, we're all going to vote as a block. So that's why the politicians of that community can guarantee and lock in their vote.
Yeah, exactly.
So they want to work in cahoots with them because they'll get voted in.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like when you go up the pyramid of who did all this fraud, it gets a lot less Somalian the higher you go.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. It's almost like instead of blaming the head honchos and the organizers, they're just blaming the people that are the grunts.
It's like,
exactly.
Remember COVID? We blame all these Asian people eating bats.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh.
For some reason, we have a Wuhan freaking COVID research.
You're talking to people with severe amnesia, by the way.
Has nothing to do with it. Yeah. I know, right? They forget all that, don't they?
But you're conspiracy theorists when you think that it was a leak from a lab.
Yeah. But
it was the bat eaters.
But definitely, I think, obviously, like the Somalian people that are committing, like, what's it, 89% now of the Somalian population there is either committing fraud or something like that. I forgot what the figure is, but it's like, it's not going to happen if it's not allowed.
Exactly.
Yep. It's a system.
And if it's allowed, then for sure they have something to gain from that. And that's the sad part. It's like they could have done that to they could have done that to freaking Puerto Ricans or Venezuelans or anybody. They would have just been like, oh, you guys are all right, yeah, do it and do it more. I get something out of it.
Yeah.
That's not fair, you know?
And then when people are coming into this country, right, if the government is in cahoots and they're teaching you this stuff and they're working with you, you're going to think that's the way things are done. Totally. Just like when you do business.
You not take that chance.
Yeah. And you don't think it's like that bad if the government's actually doing it with you. You think that's the protocol. Like when you do business in Asia, you have a corruption fund. You know you have to pay off politicians. It's a part of the game. And so like when you do business out there, you have a separate, like, you know, I'm doing manufacturing, but then you know that a government official is going to say, hey, dude, where's my cut? So here's your, you know, you have to have a percentage for that.
And it's kind of like funny that some people, it never occurred to them that individual states try to defraud the American government to enrich themselves too.
Yeah, like federal.
Nobody really, like so many people never thought of that. They're like, yeah, of course, like a whole state would definitely try to get more money out of the United States of America, of course.
Yeah, I mean, during COVID, right, you know how Florida was like, we ain't playing this. We're just going to stay open. Like all the states that went against them, they got punished from the federal government. So like there's federal taxes, right? And then they spend and they give grants to different states for certain programs.
And they can punish you by just withdrawing it or not giving you it at all.
And then that's actually another racket where each state tries to make as much as possible from the federal like government's taxes. And then they try to funnel the money in and make up all this bullshit like, oh, we have all these kid programs.
We're building a park. We're building a school. We promise.
Yep.
But then Somalians, I think, are just such an easier target to just, I guess, unanimously hate because we don't know anything about them except for piracy and fraud. Like the common knowledge of a Somalian person is always negative.
Every single post has to have that gif of the guy being like, I'm the captain now.
Exactly. Yeah. Like that's most people's
works on me. Works on me.
I guess like your normal impression of them is never like positive.
Yeah.
You're just not and I'm saying this because like the My friends in St. Paul have been telling me about this exact thing for years.
Oh, really? The daycare stuff specifically?
Bro, years.
I've also never seen, because you know how like it's on the other side. I feel like if you want to disprove it, or even at least just have a little bit more balance, just show videos of daycares with kids. But I don't even see that, because you know, with the Armenian example,
They did a casting call.
well, with the Armenian example, it's the fraud is mixed in with real body shops and stuff, you know? And so it's like, okay, they're doing like 50-50. I get what they're doing. But all the ones that we're seeing is just straight up empty. I've seen the videos of people going to people's houses. They're like, oh, I follow the address of this daycare center and it's a person's house. Or there'll be like an entire building where they're technically supposed to be competitors. Why would they have like 6 daycares in one place?
It's really extreme also because it's not like it's federal like public funding like we were talking about though, right? Like Chinese people for sure are going to commit tax fraud and stuff like that on the restaurant that they're already running, which does have a cash basis business to some degree.
Yeah.
But that's just like consumerism, right? Like it's an actual business.
Full on fraud.
Yeah, it's not full on like you're getting like $500,000 to $1 million in grants.
Like the food doesn't exist at the restaurant.
Yeah.
It'd be more passable if there was like, oh, we report we have 200 kids, but we only actually have 100. It's just zero.
Pipe kid noises at least.
Did they uncover
It's a type of fraud too, because if you think about it, right, like fraud happens a lot with natural resources, but there's no real like morale, or it doesn't feel weird. It feels weird to me that this money is supposed to go for kids. It's supposed to go for education, for the community, and then it's being stolen. And I think that's where people are like, also there's a emotional aspect of, dude, this was supposed to go to all the fucking kids here that need it, or the rideshare stuff for all the seniors that, or the handicap and all that. Like it's supposed to go for those people, but then what if they're not getting those services anymore?
Yeah, the comparison part is
but
what
if
hurts.
the Somalians were doing some type of like, you know, solar energy fraud, I don't think there'd be an emotional connection to how pissed they'd be, right?
It makes sense, because it is like how public schooling are going to look at themselves and go, wow, we can't even afford to have AP classes. But then you can give billions of dollars to these kids that don't exist and not vet it. Yeah, that's the part that's weird for sure.
So how do we fix it? How does Careful Boys JK Justice deal with it?
Well, I like the cat who came out and said this is all BS, and he's wearing $3,000 sunglasses.
He's got the chrome hearts.
$2,400.
Wait, you mean the one that reported there was a break-in?
The kid with the hat.
Yeah,
And then they stole just documents.
They stole our documents. No, we had our tax information's gone.
Get from the inside too. It doesn't even access the outside.
Incredible. I love those guys.
What burglar wants paperwork? You know, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
I think they should literally punish the politicians in the state.
Oh,
First.
yeah,
First.
first and foremost.
Because then if you do that first, then that should take away whoever was allowing them to do anything of that nature.
That much money, and you don't know there's not kids in the building?
Yeah.
Give me a freaking break.
and that mayor that speaks Somali, just send him to Somalia.
Sick.
I don't know how-
Because that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Even if it was like in my own city, right? Like Monterey Park. If it's Monterey Park and we had some mayor that wants to be so Chinese dick sucking, I'm like, that's awesome. But if you want to suck so much Chinese dick, just go to fucking China then. Monterey Park is still America, dude.
Suck so much dick.
Dude, I think you make Tim Walz be a daycare center runner for the rest of his life. And you overpack the room too. So he's got to sit there with like fucking 100 kids a day.
And the only way they can have like a lesser sentence is if they get the money back.
Not bad.
Well,
Double
the
it,
thing
double
is, there's no way.
We need it.
You the only way you can't get it back, because isn't it like they send majority of it to Somalia the same way that a person
they
would
do.
have a
They-
Swiss
they
bank
s- they
account?
send it
They
overseas.
said 17% of Somalia's GDP is money from other countries.
Wow. Yeah, because I heard they're running this racket worldwide. This is where I'm just like, there's an organization out there that understands Western law, and they're exploiting this shit.
Honestly, mad respect.
Mad respect. No,
Because
for
it's
sure.
happening in Europe too.
Honestly, for sure.
Yeah, it's a freaking sick ass racket, but it's not in like the way I look at it, I don't credit it enough because it's not a real racket. It's an allowed racket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you're being basically puppeted, and you're just going to be the fall guy when that hammer comes down.
They had 50 states to figure this out. They went to the right one. That's kind of credit, dude. Like Minnesota.
No, they're doing it every.
There's hella talk online right now about from certain communities saying that like Somalians are dumb, and I'm like, this is pretty damn smart, brother.
Yeah, they're.
Well, no, that's why I believe that it's not them that came up with it.
Me too.
They're not the ones with the connections.
It's that lady that fucking manages them all.
Bingo.
That hilariously white lady.
Yeah. But is she even white?
That's funny. That's a good one.